My name's Amy. I'm a program specialist for the Partnership for Maternal and Child Health of Northern New Jersey. And today I'm going to be showing you 4 DIY green cleaning recipes as part of our Healthy Homes program. But first, what is cleaning and what should we be using to clean our homes? When we go to the supermarket and we go into the cleaning aisle, we find hundreds of products that have many different chemicals on the back of the label. And a lot of them I can't even pronounce, like this one. What is in these cleaning products that we use in our homes for everyday cleaning jobs? It's already known that many commercial cleaning products create harmful fumes that can trigger asthma attacks in people diagnosed with asthma. We need to be careful with what we're bringing into our homes and making sure that what we're bringing into our homes is asthma friendly. All cleaners have this in common. They all work to lift the soil from the surface that you're trying to clean, allowing it to be rinsed away in the product. Disinfectants are a special kind of cleaner. These cleaners actually disinfect the surface or kill bacteria from the surface. The 4 ways they do this are time. The more time that you let the cleaner sit on the surface, the more that it gets to do its job. Temperature. So generally, the warmer the water that you use in your mixture, the easier it is for the cleaner to do its job. But don't use boiling water. Mechanical action is basically just the elbow grease that you use when you're actually scrubbing. And chemical action. Chemical action, if you can guess, is the chemical that's in the cleaner itself. And now chemicals can all do different things, but all of them can generally lift, cut through, or eat soil and grease. So let's get to our supplies and our chemicals. The supplies that we have 2 spray bottles, a measuring cup, a sponge, a couple of rags, we have some spoons, a toothbrush. You can use an old toothbrush, just make sure that it's clean or washed in the dishwasher, a half a teaspoon, and a funnel. If you don't have a funnel, don't run out and get one. I will show you how to make a funnel using parchment paper or wax paper and a piece of tape. We have our chemicals here: vinegar, baking soda, dish soap, pure Castile soap. This is just vegetable oil, vegetable-based soap that you can find at CVS. 70% isopropyl alcohol. This is rubbing alcohol. Just make sure it's at least 62%, whatever you get. Usually the stores sell it at 70 or 90, either are fine. And hydrogen peroxide. Last but not least, we have a little bit of distilled water. So let's get to it. Our first recipe is our all-purpose cleaner. I use this all the time. You can use it on almost every surface except for waxed wood floors. Don't use that on waxed wood floors. So it's really easy. 2 ingredients: 1 part Castile soap to 4 parts water. I already have my bowl of water here. This is measured at 12 ounces. And then I have a half of a cup of Castile soap, which is the 1-to-4 ratio. You don't have to be really perfect about it, but if you add too much Castile soap, then when you're cleaning, it might be too much soap residue left behind. When I'm stirring, it becomes like a milky white color, which is perfect. That's what we want to see. Just a little bit of bubbles, not too many bubbles. You don't want this overflowing. So just have my rag, I dip it, wring it out, and I will use this as a really good wet cleaning method or a wet dusting method. Whenever you dust, you want to use a wet method, because when we're dusting, if you use like a feather duster or something dry, all of those particles in the air just stay in the air and then they float right back down to the floor. So make sure whenever you're cleaning or dusting, use a wet cleaning method. Our next recipe is a stovetop cleaner and a bathroom cleaner all in one. Super easy, just 2 ingredients. We have baking soda This is measured to be 2 tablespoons, and we have some dish soap. So we're gonna make a paste here. What we're gonna do is just pour a little bit of the dish soap in, and then mix as we go. And as you can see, it comes to a pretty easy paste. You can use this in the bathroom. You can clean grout in between your tiles, in the floors, in your shower. This is even a really good toilet bowl cleaner. So if you have a toilet bowl scrubber or a brush, then you can just dip the brush in here and use it on the inside of the toilet bowl. It's really great. So our next is a wood cleaner. This wood cleaner you can use on waxwood floors and any of the wood furnish that you have in your home. This is 1/2 gallon of warm water. It doesn't need to be exact, but this is about 1/2 gallon. And we also have 1/4 cup of vinegar. This is already pre-measured. You don't want any more than 1/4 cup to 1/2 gallon, because if you add too much vinegar, then it's not good for the wood floor. And we have our essential oil. This is optional, but if you have a lemon, you can actually squeeze some lemon in here too. This is going to be about 6 drops. That's about 6. And you just mix it up. This smells amazing. It actually smells like pine sol. It reminds me of when my mom used to use pine sol on the wood floors. And this is great because it lasts a long time. If you have a reusable mop head bottle, just fill this up. This will last at least a few months. This is actually a Rubbermaid bottle. It's kind of like the Swiffer Sweeper, but the mop that I have, it has a detachable and reusable mop head that you just throw in the washer. So if you're looking for something like that, this is Rubbermaid. Recipe is a disinfectant, and remember that disinfectants actually clean, but they also disinfect, which means they kill bacteria. This is great for use around the house if someone is sick, or you can use it in your car because every surface that we touch is dirty, and this is a great recipe to use in a spray bottle. So it calls for a few different ingredients, but once you mix it, you'll know how strong it is because it will smell like alcohol. So this is 3 ounces of distilled water, that's right here, 12 ounces of isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to carefully pour this into my measuring cup. A little bit more. That's about 12. And I have my bowl here. We also need 1/2 teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide. I'm just going to pour that right into the alcohol. Okay. And then we add the water. And just some essential oil. This is optional, but it smells good, so I always add it. No more than 6 drops. And you just mix this up. And there you go, a disinfectant for everyday use, or when someone's sick in the house, or even if someone that you live with has an autoimmune disease, or if you just want to make sure that your house is extra clean. So now, like I promised, I'm going to show you how to make your own funnel just using some parchment paper or wax paper and a piece of tape. Bend it like you're making a paper airplane, just like that. Keep your finger there, and then just twist it around, and then you have a perfectly good funnel. So you just want to put that tape right at the tip of it, And there you go. This over the sink just in case if my funnel breaks on me, and I'll be right back. So now that my bottle's filled, you can use this disinfectant on many different kinds of surfaces. You have two different ways you can use it. You can spray it on the surface and then wait at least 6 minutes for the chemical to disinfect or kill bacteria, and then you can wipe it down, or you can spray it on the surface and just let it dry completely. So now that you have our 4 green cleaning recipes, I hope you enjoyed. Please comment below, let us know what worked, what didn't work, or if you have any recipes yourself that you'd like to share with the partnership. Just a couple of reminders: never mix chemicals, especially vinegar and peroxide that we used here today. Never mix any chemicals if you don't know what they're going to do when they mix, because they can create toxic fumes, which are even worse than what it actually does, which is clean. Always properly label and store your products on a high shelf or locked closet away from children. Thanks so much for watching.